I. Look at this. It said write down the conjugate of each of the following surds. So the first thing we need to do, what is the meaning of conjugate? Two surds are said to be conjugate of each other if their product will give rise to what? A rational number. Okay? Let me just scroll up here so that you see something before I come back. We all agree, or I should say you know that the product of these two is equals to a square minus b square. We say therefore, these two are conjugate of what? Themselves or each other. Okay? Also, if I write something like this, this is actually equals to okay? And if you work on this now, you're going to have, because this, we cancel this. These two, we cancel this. Because in indices, we all know that if you have something like this, that is to say, square root of a simply means a raised to power 1 over 2. If we introduce these two now, it means that we have to multiply by 2. This cancel this. We have a raised to power 1, which is equals to a. Therefore, here alone is a, while here is b. So we say that what? Because the multiplication of these two is giving rise to this rational number, therefore we can agree that what? They are conjugate of what? Each other. Okay? They are conjugate of what? Each other. That is it. Okay, now I'm going to wipe this out. So let's go back to this place. So if you are asked, what is the conjugate of this first one? So let's look at the solutions. The conjugate of this, that is this, is equals to, or is, the square root of 3 plus the square root of 2. Just replace this minus with what? With plus. So these two are conjugates of what? Themselves. If you work it out now, you're going to arrive at what? At a rational number. Okay? You're going to arrive at what? At a rational number. Okay? Now, the same thing goes with this. The conjugate of this particular one, is simply this minus 3, the square root of what? 3. That's what? The conjugate of this guy. Okay? Why this guy? The conjugate of this guy is simply by introducing plus here. Okay? Let me not waste our time. The conjugate of this is simply 1 minus the square root of 2. That is for this guy. Okay? For this guy. Okay? Why this guy? The conjugate is simply 7, the square root of 2 minus the square root of 3. These are what? Conjugate of what? Of all these numbers. Okay? So, you understand that this surd is in series. So this one now, we are through with this now. We are going to use the knowledge of this to go straight to what? To the next what? To the next part of surd. So if you have not watched our previous lecture on surd, please check it up in this channel and watch it. Because it's the knowledge of the first one that we are using for this. The knowledge of this will be used for the next what? Part of what? Surd in this channel. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. So from today, know that the conjugate of two surd or of any surd is when you multiply the two surds together, we give rise to what? A rational number. Because originally surd are irrational numbers. Okay?